Guys, welcome back.
It's another episode.
No, it's another year of Mad About You. Whatever you guys did last night, whoever you kissed, however much your head's hurting, we appreciate that joining us for our first episode of 2026.
Wow, I hate that.
Hey,
It's 2026.
yeah, it's
What do you mean?
weird. COVID was 2020, dude.
Whoa!
Mental.
We have 2 kids now.
Oh, we do. Let's not talk about the kids. Let's just have a few minutes to ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, now today's episode might be a touch shorter than usual because, as Jed just said, we got 2 kids now, so we need to get home and look after them. We're still learning what to do, but regular length episodes will come back shortly. So just bear with us, right? Just go enjoy your holidays, guys. Stop trying to listen to us all the time.
Listen to us talking. Just jokes.
Holy parrot in the studio, guys! There's no other topic worth discussing on New Year's Day other than bloody New Year's resolutions.
It is the resolution.
What? You don't have to talk if you have nothing to say. It's totally fine. Just say something. Just make something. Just say something.
Just say something.
Yeah,
something.
About New Year's resolutions or something.
Something about New Year's resolutions or something.
It's not funny. Just give me something to go off. Let me bounce off you for a bit.
Oh, okay. Guys, we're chatting about resolutions.
We're chatting about resolutions.
See, I wish you did that more.
Imagine if that's
that would be amazing.
Contribution to the pod.
That is the first time I've seen you actually be fun.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the first time.
Okay. Guys, all right. So today's app, we're doing a little resolution app. Do we love them? Do we hate them? Do people stick to them? And we're actually I had a little think and did some reading on the best ways to stick to them in the new year. So
okay.
we're gonna dive into a little bit of that, and then Jad and I I've told her to come up with a couple, and I've come up with a couple which we'll share at the end of the episode, which might inspire you guys to come up with some of your own. So bear with us for that. Our Ask Mom and Dad at the end of the episode comes from a girl who's found out that she's been cheated on. And
no.
she's asking us for some help with the next steps because I don't think she knows what to do. So it's a big one to start off the year and a tough one. But yeah, obviously some people are starting the year on not a nice note, but hopefully we can help point you in the right direction. But Jad, just before we start, what are your thoughts? New Year's resolutions? You a fan? Do you make them?
I used to really like them.
Yeah.
I used to be a big resolution fan. I'd write it in my journal day one. What are my resolutions this year? I'm sticking to them.
Yeah.
I never did.
Why do you think that is?
I don't think I ever did. I'd have I think I was more likely to stick to some an extended goals list.
Well, let's just say, for all intents and purposes of this conversation, a New Year's resolution is essentially just a goal. So we can call it a goal.
I feel like it's broader. It's like a lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah, awesome.
Whereas a goal could be lose 2 kilos.
Lose 2 kilos. I'm just going to do that all episode.
A resolution is to quote one of the books I'm currently listening to, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Yeah.
Paradigm.
Third time she's read it.
It's a paradigm.
What? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
You can Google what paradigm means.
Awesome.
Then paradigm.
Guys, if any of you guys out there are not understanding what she's saying either, just Google paradigm and you'll figure it out.
Basically, it's like I said, it's more of a way of being.
Yeah.
Like a thought that provokes a lifestyle.
Okay. Awesome.
That's what a resolution is to me.
Okay. and let me just say, it's only really to you that's what a resolution is. So that's fantastic. I hope you enjoy that paradigm thing that you're doing with the resolutions. Okay, but so you make them, but you find them hard to stick to, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Any plans this year? Any plans this year on how you're going to fix that?
Maybe being a bit more realistic about them.
I like that.
Yes.
That is a good start.
Yes.
So, do you want me to help you, maybe scaffold out some new ones?
I think I want to help you scaffold.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start there. How about that?
You've told me that you make them and then don't stick to them.
Yeah.
So, I think...
Do you?
Do I stick to them?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Which one?
Better than never.
Which one did you stick to?
Well, I'd keep doing the podcast.
Because you seem like the same person to me.
over the past few years. No changes. Fair enough. No. I think what you touched on just then, like when you said you make goals that are like too big or unrealistic for you, I think that's like a big one for a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that I think what a lot of people do is they set like negative goals instead of like positive ones for them in terms of like, let's
okay.
say,
Please explain.
well, let's say you want to eat healthier in the year. People go like, I don't want to eat any junk food this year or something. I want to just like, I want to be healthier. But instead of going like, I don't want to eat any junk food, you should just say like, oh, I want to eat more fresh food, or I want to like cook more at home myself, you know? So like if you set like a positive. Yeah, if you set like a positive goal for yourself instead of like a avoidance goal, I think that like kind of already puts like a positive like mindset in your head, you know, about it.
Because it's easier to do than don't do.
Yeah, well, it's just focusing on doing is better than focusing on avoiding.
Sure.
You know, like then avoidance is in your head, and then like if you had a Mars bar, if you had a burger and chips, it's like, oh fuck, I failed my goal. Whereas like that's not being healthy. Is like balance and enjoying different foods and stuff. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, instead of having avoidance goals, you have doing goals. You know, I think that's like
one of the hot tips.
That is one of the hot tips for you, I think.
For me?
No, for everyone.
To not eat
No,
hot
I'm
chips.
just for anyone who always eat hot chips. Best food on the planet. That and choc chip cookies. Oh, it's like my kryptonite.
Okay.
No, I'm saying these are for like. This is just. I think if people like don't like resolutions or have struggle with them or make them and they stuff up and stuff, it's just like food for thought. But there's also like I would say people get a little bit. I don't know how to even say this, but like pessimistic about like resolutions. Like, oh, it's New Year's, I don't want to make resolutions. Stupid. Like, why would you make resolutions? But I think it's actually like a good thing to do.
Why is it called a resolution?
Oh, it's the paradigm of the thing of the book of the 7 highly effective
I'm
paradigms.
asking seriously. Why isn't it just called a goal?
New Year's goals. I'm sure some places.
What does
in the
resolution
world,
mean, really?
Well, it's resolving something that you're doing shit. Perhaps. No, but I was saying that like people that shit on them, I think forget that there's a reason why it's there. It's because like huge sort of like landmark moments in time, like New Year's, birthdays. Like people always go like, oh, I'm going to start eating healthy next week, you know? And it's like the Monday to them in their mind is like the time that they're going to start a new goal. Or they go, I'm going to start a dry July. Like it's the start of the month, they do this goal. It's like the beginning of the year is like the biggest moment to do that, right? And it feels like I don't know about you, but when the new year kicks in, I feel like a bit of like it's a fresh start.
Like
you know
the
what I mean?
gym's packed on the first day of the year.
It is always packed because everyone's made the...
Everyone's said, I'm going to go work out this year.
Yeah, this is the year where I'm going to do the Arnold Classic, you know? But yeah, I think it's just like I think that it's not a bad thing to like use that new fresh start of the year to set some goals. And I don't think I think that's fine. And if you do fall off the wagon, like... Cool, you jump back on as soon as you can. Fresh week, you know, start again, fresh month.
Yes.
It's like
set realistic resolutions.
Yeah. And do the paradigms things. Yeah. But I think also you make goals that are like meaningful to you, you know? Like that's what...
What's yours? What's one of yours this year?
What's one of mine? Oh, you want me just to get straight into them?
Well, I'm just saying what's an example.
Okay, one of mine meaningful ones. Well, I have one related to work, one related to us, and then I have one related to what is it? My like inner self.
Great.
Like how
Love it.
Yeah, so I don't, do I want to divulge just yet? I don't know. But like all those...
You got to do it at some point.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, one that I have for us, so it's meaningful for me, is that I feel like since having kids, like our relationship has probably shifted a little bit, and it's not as like you and me, which is totally understandable, but that's just the way it is. But I want to put a focus this year on like finding a bit more like us time, which is obviously going to be hard with, you know, 2 kids and whatnot. But I want to like make sure that we carve out time to have date nights, because I hear a lot of people say that is like a successful thing that they do that keeps, you know, the intimacy in their relationship and them as lovers instead of, you know, roommates and friends. And I think that's something that I want to focus on. What'd you say?
I said siblings.
Siblings. What do you mean? Roommate status?
When I said sibling status on an episode a while ago.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I feel like that's something that I want to make sure that we do this year.
I like it.
And I can, you know, check back in June and see how we're going. And I think it's very dependent on if you have an easy kid and you can have a sitter and, you know, but you look like you want to say something.
Do you think it's a realistic resolution?
Well, I want to make it so. So
Yeah.
it might be hard, but that's what I'm saying. It's a positive, it's a positive outlook. I'm simply saying like I would like to go on more dates with my wife.
Where are we going?
Wherever you'd like, honey.
Where are you taking me?
Yeah, well, I sent you that list of restaurants that when we first started dating, and you didn't take me to any of them. So maybe you could start ticking those off.
You're making fun of yourself here.
No, you said that on the podcast.
I know what I said, but
yeah, so I was actually making fun of you.
Yeah, but you're the one who looks like an idiot.
No, I don't mind.
All right.
I'm fine with looking like a goose.
That's news.
What do you mean?
You hate looking like a goose. It's your number one thing that you hate. It should be a resolution of yours. Look like goose more.
Okay, give us your first resolution.
My Look, I struggle with resolutions a bit now because I feel like my life is changing so rapidly that just setting resolutions for a whole year feels too big.
Doesn't have to be a whole year.
Well, it is. It's for the year. It's your resolution for the year.
Yeah, but what if your resolution is to like tick off this thing and then you tick it off after 3 months? Well, it's no longer your resolution, is it? Because you nailed it.
But it's a paradigm. No, but because for me, a resolution, that's what I mean. It's not like a box tick. It's like an ongoing lifestyle shift
awesome.
or change.
So give us an example of this lifestyle shift.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying life is changing so rapidly that I feel like I don't want to set myself goals or resolutions that are unachievable and then be disappointed in myself next year when I go, well, didn't do that.
Have you thought about not setting yourself unachievable goals then?
Well, the things I'd like to achieve, I'd like to achieve.
Bro, that book you're reading, it's working. I'll say that much.
No, because I'm an ambitious person, so I'm not going to set myself nilly-willy goals like eat lettuce once a week. You know, like that's easy.
Yeah.
I want to set myself proper big ones, but then I don't want to because I'm scared I'm not going to hit them.
Awesome. So
an ongoing one I've had is be more organised. I just feel like I still haven't hit it.
But
I'm 30 years old.
Maybe you need to break that down into something a little bit smaller and more achievable because that seems like that's just like a blanket statement, right?
That's what I mean.
Be more organised.
Yeah, but I'm trying to change myself as a person entirely.
Sure, but I'm saying that's a great long-term goal to be an organised person.
So what do you suggest?
Why don't you break it down? Well, I'm saying what would work for you, like breaking that down. What would make you more organised? Is it like writing a list every night before I go to bed what I need to do the next day? Would that make you a more organised person?
Well, I've got my calendar. That's my list. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not going to work. We're not going to find a solution to this problem if I ask you a question, you go, got it.
No, I thought you were going to give me another thing.
No, this is like a therapy session. You're meant to come to the answer yourself.
Oh, okay. You're supposed to guide me.
Yeah, I'm guiding you.
You're
so
guiding
what
me.
is something that you could put in place to become a more organised person?
Okay.
Instead of just going, I want to be more organised. Like, let's say I said, I want to be.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess a part of being more organised is planning ahead.
Okay. And so what might help you do that? Would it be maybe writing a list every night before you go to bed about what you need to do the next day?
Yeah, but the list is the calendar. I don't like lists. They don't work for me.
Okay, I'll give you an example. If I next year said I want to, in December, do a bodybuilding show, maybe I wouldn't make that the resolution. I might go, to get there, I need to set small goals in place, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'm going to start going to the gym 4 times a week. Like that's going to get me to the end goal.
Real.
So I'm saying what's going to get you to the organized, organized woman that you want to be.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Put the laundry away as soon as it's done.
I like it. That's a good step.
See, that's not a resolution though. That's like a stupid little goal. That's what I mean. These are not resolutions.
Yeah, but
the resolution is be more organized.
If you bundled together 10 of those little tasks, then maybe you'd suddenly feel like a more organized person.
Now we're talking in Atomic Habits territory. Great book, really good book that one.
It was.
If you're struggling with habits, and creating little ones, Atomic Habits is a good one. Good read. It worked for me for like a month.
A great read then.
No, but I've got to get back there. Look, if I had resolutions that I could hit, it would be something like be more proactive. I like the idea of being more proactive versus being reactive, because I'm a very reactive person in all areas of my life. And I think that being on the back foot constantly is not a good thing, especially when you're a parent.
Yeah.
It is just not a very productive way to live. So that's one of mine if I had one. But I can't set myself that goal because it's just
Wait,
it's
if you
too
had
broad.
one, so you don't have any. So when I said to you, hey, let's do an episode on New Year's resolutions, come up with a couple, and you went, yeah, I will. And now we're here recording it, and you're going, didn't really come up with any.
I'm trying to explain. I've got them, but I don't like having them now because I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure because they're so big to me. Like just being a proactive person, like I'd love to be able to achieve that, but I haven't gotten there yet.
But there's also nothing wrong with failing, right?
Yeah.
So
all right. Okay. Here's another one for me then.
Like the
be okay with failure.
Awesome. But they say sometimes that it's not the pursuit of happiness, it's the happiness of the pursuit, right? So like you'll find meaning.
Don't job your love.
You'll find, that's exactly. Was that in Atomic Habits or 7 Highly Effective People Paradigms?
That's on a TikTok clip of someone.
No, but I'm saying that's where you'll find the meaning, right? Is like chasing the goal, even if it doesn't take you a year to get there. Like it's great that you have the vision and the drive to do big things, but to not speak them out loud is like, that's probably going to hinder you in itself.
I think you're right. Yes. All right. I need to be less fearful as well.
Okay. So
less fearful of failure.
Can you give us...
That's a resolution.
But I remember when we started dating, I had that poster up on my wall. What did it say?
Yeah.
And who was it from?
I've made 300 buckets. I've missed 3,000 games. I've missed 2.
Can I ask why you're saying it in a weird voice?
I have to put a voice on so people know it's not my direct quote.
I actually asked you what the quote said.
I've missed 3 winning shots. I've failed and failed time again, and that is why I succeed.
Okay, you've made it sound horrible and not inspiring at all. But that is like one of the greatest athletes to ever walk on the earth. Said that like the reason why he's successful is because he was never scared of failure.
I
agree. Failed heaps of times. So
and you know what? I used to not be scared of failure. What happened?
I'm not sure. You probably read these books, put you in different paradigms, and now you're just fucking lost.
Okay, what's one of your other resolutions?
Yeah, well, I actually don't have any. I thought about it and I figured, fuck,
I was trying to make a point.
It's actually a really big resolution, so I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, okay, go. What's one of yours?
Oh, wait, so you expect me to have them, but you don't have to have them?
I've already given you 2.
Okay.
Don't have a fear of failure and be proactive.
Okay. One I have for work is that with this pod that we do, obviously talking to you is fantastic. I love it. It's great.
I would like coming.
No, I would like to do more interviews of people. Like
I thought you were going to break up with me.
No, never. I really like doing interviews and like talking to people and having conversations. Like I really enjoy that.
Yes.
And so one of my goals next year is to have, as nice as this is, to have a chit chat with my wife, is to get other people on and have like conversations with people about interesting things or interesting topics or interesting areas that I want to learn about. Because when I listen to podcasts, that's what I like listening to. But then we don't do that as often as perhaps we should. So it's like a resolution or a goal of mine, whatever you want to say, is that this year, 2026, I want to get a few more, like I want to get guests on more regularly, I guess. And because it's something that I really enjoy. And I think that it's like a short-term goal for a long-term goal that I have, which is one of the goals that I have long-term is I want to do something like host a television show and I think that this is like a good practice for eventually or hopefully doing that one day. You know what I mean? So it's like a short-term goal for one of my long-term goals, So
love it. I like it.
All right, do you have anything for us?
We should interview someone who's good with resolutions.
Is that are there people out there like that?
Yeah, hope so.
Awesome. Can this year we not put you in charge of who we interview? Because you just go, let's get another medium on.
I think we should get another medium.
All right, can I have another resolution?
To see if our resolutions are going to work out. You want a third one from me? I've given you 2.
Okay. Yes. That's why I said, can I have another one?
I need to learn to relinquish control.
Fingers crossed you tick that one off.
See, that's a big one though. It's so big.
Yeah, but so that's what I'm saying is that you need to break them down into smaller steps, right? Like that's like me going, my resolution is to be a better person. It's like, what's the step that you're going to take to do that? Yeah, but so what's something you could implement into your life
But
that's
that's
going
not
to
a
make
bloody resolution.
Yeah, but
Then
this
it's
is
too small.
This is a chat about how it's going to help people stick to resolutions.
Sure,
so
okay,
you've obviously made it too broad.
Okay,
so
okay.
let's narrow it down.
All
a
right.
bit.
If you're cooking something and
Yeah.
you're doing something wrong that I don't like, not say anything.
Wrong that you don't like, or just
Yeah.
that you don't like?
No, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. Love an example.
Sometimes
here.
when you're cooking, I change the heat when you're not looking.
That's because, yeah, but the thing is, you guys, okay, we've got a few laughs in the studio here, but what they don't know is that Jade only knows how to cook on the highest heat. So if I'm like simmering
I've
on
been
low
turning it down
to like reduce the sauce or something,
Wrong.
Jade just cranks it up to full because that's
No.
the only way to cook is if the heat is the highest possible.
That is literally the opposite of what happened recently.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're talking about that time. Yeah. All right. Anyway, look, that's one of mine. I think if I learnt that, if I stopped trying to control everything, I'd be like a bit happier, probably.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think that is
But it would help if you did things correctly.
awesome. Like, had to chuck that bit in. I don't disagree. I think it when you like are a little bit more blasé about stuff, and not to say that you don't care. It's just that when you're not bothered by it, you do. Like your days are easier.
Well, yes.
Things are happier, and
Ignorance is
so,
bliss.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's just that like if you know that the food's going to be fine and taste the same, whether it's on heat 4 or heat 5, and
It's
you just
not,
walk
but
out
yeah,
of the room.
that's
Oh
the
my
issue,
god!
is
Okay,
being
you're
okay
going to
with that.
struggle with this goal, my friend.
That's
You're
my
going to struggle,
point.
but all
But
the
it's
best.
just being okay with like, yeah, you know what? This bolognese is going to be a bit more watery than I'd like, and that's okay. I just need to be okay with that.
Oh my god, guys! This is the argument we had the other day.
We don't need to get into it on the pod.
Well, if you're going to talk about watery sauce, I'm going to tell them who was making the sauce watery. So Jade thought that the way to reduce a sauce was to put a lid on and then turn the heat up. And I said, actually, it's take the lid off and just have it simmer. Like, that's how you thicken a sauce.
Lid expert.
And we argued about this, and she said, no, it's definitely not. And then she complained that it was too watery after she put the lid on, cranked the heat, so all the condensation goes up and then drips back down and it just stays watery. And then she goes, oh, it's a very watery sauce. I said, yeah, because you didn't listen to how to simmer and thicken a sauce.
Well, your idea of simmering was watching one bubble rise every 10 minutes. That's not a simmer. That's keeping the food warm. That's actually going to create bacteria in the food because it's not hot enough. It's not cooking. It's just sitting there a bit warm with one bubble, like a fart in a spa.
I'm glad you don't cook for us often. All right, so any other resolutions you're not going to stick to?
Yeah,
or?
your resolution. You're speaking of
speak
farts.
about your own.
No, I'm gonna give I'm gonna give you one.
Wait, speaking of farts, no one is speaking about this for you.
We are now. Do all your farts outside the bedroom. That's your next resolution. You've got 4 now.
I'll agree to it if you agree to it.
To do the same?
Yep.
I hate to quote Outcast, but I don't smell.
But it's just the
not
principle.
The same problem.
It's the principle. I'm saying to you, I'll agree to do it if you agree to do it.
I don't believe you because you're going to do those stupid ones where they come out silently. You wait for me to not notice, but I notice every time.
Wait, I don't get why you're so against agreeing that to not do it as well.
Because the issue is the scent, right? So if I'm scentless, completely, why am I leaving the room?
Would you say burping is like rude? Would you say?
No.
So
it's part of life.
In public, if you just went belch, just went bleh, is that not rude?
I'm not going to do that, obviously.
No, but I'm just trying to get to
to
a point. Is that rude? But it's not about the scent; it's about the act.
Both, bit of both.
Oh my god, this conversating with this woman. So 10 meters away, you're not going to smell someone's burp, but it's still rude to hear them burp, right? Like you'd still go like, oh, that was a bit rude for that person to do that. So when you fart in bed, even if it doesn't stink, it's the act of doing it.
Okay, so you're saying the sound bothers you?
No, I'm just saying if you have the expectation that you don't want me to do it, I'm just asking them for the same from you. That seems pretty fair, right?
No, sometimes life isn't fair.
God. There are different rules in our house, guys.
There should be.
I'd love some cameras in our house just to film this all.
Anyway, moving on. Sorry,
right,
don't know how we got there.
I'll give you my last resolution.
Yeah.
I would like to personally control how I react sometimes with people that I disagree with or am arguing with. Are you doing a sound check?
No, I'm clapping because that's fuck yeah. That's a good one.
If we nailed this one for me and your control issues, we're really onto something this year. No, because sometimes, when we argue or bicker, like my initial response, I think if I just take a few seconds and breathe and think, and instead of being like so immediate in my response, I think that will be better for.
I love it.
And it's not just Jad and I; it's how I respond to people that I'm arguing with or disagreeing with. It's just something that I do. So hopefully that's something I can tackle this year.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could stop farting in bed, that'd be great. Guys, that's it feels like we had a bit of a therapy session just then, but
with no resolutions.
Good to start.
Speaking of resolutions, there were no resolutions for our resolutions.
What?
Yeah. Think about that paradigm.
Bro, you need to read different books. Guys, happy New Year, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a lovely start to the year. I hope you kick all your goals and all your paradigms. And
hope you don't have the Sunday
you guys are doing.
scaries.
What's that?
Oh my God. I hate explaining basic things to you. It's like, basically, it's just a hangover, sweetie. Let's just think about it like a hangover.
Okay.
There you go.
Was that hard?
It's hard to be with you. It's hard to be in a relationship.
You know our last week's episode, right? This is the different rules, right? Like if I did that to Jade, she would go, "That was really rude how you responded to me just then, and you made me feel stupid." I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example.
Hang on.
Wait a second.
No.
If someone listened to
We're
last
wrapping up this episode.
Okay, if someone listened to last week's episode.
Cue the music.
Okay, wait. She hates when I've got a good
sting?
point. Okay, last week's episode, the Christmas episode, we had crazy stories. There was a lady and she was traveling through the brush, and Jade was like, "What does brush mean?" If I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I have to explain to you what words mean."
Yeah, but the difference is, right, I'm saying I don't know real words. You're saying you don't know stupid pop culture references. It's very different.
Wait, so you don't know basic language and I don't know stupid shit off the internet?
Yeah, but I don't want to be made fun of for not knowing brush, but you can be made fun of for not knowing what the Sunday scaries are because it's not that deep, right?
Wait.
Do you know what I mean?
Brush is not that deep either. It's shrubs.
It was to me. And now I know.
This is how our house works. There are literally different rules for both of us. And Jade can do no wrong. When she says her shit doesn't stink, she really means it.
It's true.
It's a metaphor for her whole life.
Okay.
Guys, Happy New Year.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're not finished. We've got to ask Mum and Dad.
Sorry.
Bro, this year is going to be a grind.
Sounded like we were wrapping up. I don't know that people will want our advice after this episode.
Brit's wetting her pants. She started the year with a wet nappy. All right, guys. Our Ask Mum and Dad first one of the year says, "Hey, Jad and Locke, long-time listener, but never thought I'd be writing in asking for advice. Recently, my partner's behavior has been off. Jumpy, secretive, and short. I won't go into detail, but ladies will get me. You just know something is off. I did something I swore I'd never do and went through his phone one night when he was asleep. What I found hit me like a truck. He was being unfaithful for months. We are married, but thankfully no kids yet. It's been 5 weeks since I found out, and he still doesn't know that I know.
What?
I haven't even told family or my closest friends. I've tried to remain as normal as I can while I figure out what to do next. I can't be with a cheater, but being married and having every part of our lives intertwined just makes it all so much harder. Where do I start?"
I mean, I know it's hard. You've made the commitment. You're married. That's really hard to walk away from. But what's even harder is having an even longer life together where you've spent even more time together and you've potentially had kids or gotten a pet or done this and created and invested even more into that relationship that you're then fearful of walking away from. So the longer that you stay, the harder it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate for staying in a scenario like this, but I think the first step is tell your family, tell your friends, like let people in on this huge thing that you're going through, and like
I understand the
get help and
difficulty of
advice.
telling them and then staying with him though. Like that, you wouldn't want to do that.
She's literally said, "I can't be with a cheater."
But she is with a cheater.
No, but she's saying I'm figuring out my next steps. Like I don't know where to start. Like obviously maybe he works and she doesn't. Like there's lots of things to consider when you're in a, like you don't know their scenario and the intricacies of it. But I'm just saying, let people in, like to help you. Like your parents will say to you immediately, like, "Hey, come live with us." And I'm sure family and like friends would do the same thing. Like let people in what you're going through, because holding on to that yourself and not having any support while you make that decision, and I'm sure people respect you if you say, "Hey, I'd love some help and ideas, but I'm still going to go home tonight and I'm still going to think it through." Like that's fine. I'm sure people respect that. But yeah, carrying that burden alone, I think would be bloody tough, especially when you sort of know that you don't want to be there, but you need help getting out. It's like, if you don't have the answers, then maybe you need to, ask around and get some help from families and friends. And I'm sure those people would bend over backwards to help you. Like if you told your parents, "Hey, John cheated on me. What do? I need some help." Man, I know my parents would do everything they can to help. I know yours, it's just, that's what family does, So yeah, I would just say, like, let people in. And then obviously it's going to be hard. Obviously, as you said, lives intertwined. You're going to miss the good stuff. That sucks. But if you can't be with a cheater, then I don't know. Yeah, I think you got to cut your losses. The sooner the better.
Yeah, I agree. I think the sooner the better. You just got to start making moves and eventually get out of there. Like, I mean, obviously, sure, you could go down the route of going to therapy and doing this and doing that and trying to stay together and trying to make it work. But I don't know. I feel like if he's been doing this for a long time, especially like and hiding it from you, it's not just like a one-off event. Not that I would excuse that either, but it's obviously premeditated, and it's something that he, would maybe continue to do for God knows how long. So, yeah, I think you just got to get out.
Each their own. People get cheated on, they fix it, relationship comes back strong or fine. That's great. But if you know that you're not going to be with someone who's cheated, then you just got to pull the trigger, And I guarantee you went and told your best bud, you went and told your parents, they would give you a bed that night, they would let you stay over as long as you need, help you go and collect your stuff when he's at work, and you figure it out. And it's a shit bit of life. It's horrible. I can't imagine. Like, finding out that a partner's cheated, horrible. A lot of stuff you need to figure out. When you're married, it's a bridge I hope, bloody hell, but not many people ever have to cross. But
you gotta get out.
It's
just
horrible.
Gotta get out.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say, because when I think about these things, I think about finding that stuff out and how you would have to go about crossing the T's and dotting the I's of life. And it's horrible to think about, but I just reckon let someone in first, and those people closest to you that know you are going to be the best ones to help you. Probably, Jad and I, probably not the best for this sort of severe situation. So.
But you will overcome this. Many people have. Many people have. And you'll figure it out. So good luck.
Hopefully by 2027 you'll be back on the, I don't know, love train, whatever you want to call it.
Or this year.
Yeah, this year. This week even.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, go for it. No, let mum and dad know, let your friends know, and let them help you, because tough thing to carry by yourself.
And good luck.
Guys, on that...
Oh, and also...
Sorry, no.
Hang on.
Oh.
You should also scheme some kind of revenge,
Yeah, do that. That's
do
a
that
great
as
idea.
well.
Yeah. Empty his bank account into yours.
Do something.
Like, scratch up his car. Write cheater on his car. Whatever, yeah. Great idea. These books that you've been reading, they're giving you some fantastic ideas. Guys, happy bloody New Year 2026. I hope you're having a lovely time, family and friends, time off from work, enjoying the sun here in Australia, or if you're in a worse place in the world, enjoying the weather there.
Can I say thanks for joining us now?
Yeah, go for it.
Thanks for joining us, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we look forward to another year with you guys by our side.
Happy New Year. Bye.
See ya.